Alright, so we're going to tie another variant of the Cascade, which is probably one of the most well-known flies there is. So this time we're tying a green butted gold Cascade. So what I've done here, I have a double in, and I have a glow bright fluorescent green. This is a number 12 floss here. I'm going to use it to start off the tie-in process. Now you can, if you wish, put in a gold oval butt, but in this case I'm not going to. So I take because you tie a lot of flies with this colour, take an orange and a yellow bucktail and I mix them so that when I need to tie a fly I just pull a bunch out. So I have a pre-mixed bunch. I'm just going to even up the tips a wee bit. Now again, these tend to be long tailed flies, so we're going to go maybe twice the length or so of the body. I'm going to tie that in on top of the shank, and I pull up my cut ends and I cut down with my scissors to give me that little bit of a taper. And the tail of this one, you would use some sort of crystal here. I'm going to use an orange Mirage crystal here, although you can just use a plain pearl if you want. So I place on a strand on top, fold it back, and now I'm going to wrap backwards. And then in touch and turns coming forward, create a nice smooth little butt, then wrap forward and finish that off. We'll trim off our flash strands there. Now what I do now is take my super glue and I just varnish the butt portion of that fly, and then I'll set that off somewhere to dry. So now I have ones that have been drying. So if I'm tying a batch of these, you tie as many of those as you want, set them off to the side, so that when it comes down to it you just have to pick one out and start tying. So now I've swapped over now to a black thread, and on the body of this one I'm going to use gold holographic flat braid. I'll tie that in and take it back to my green butt. Now, again, you can rib this with wire or you can rib it with a gold oval, but I think that the holographic flat braid is durable enough on its own, and what I do is I just take a little bit of super glue and glue my underbody. And then as I wrap onto that, the glue will fix it down. So tie off, fold that back and a couple of wraps across and nick it off. On larger sized ones you probably also use a bit of crystal hair in the wing. The originals put the crystal hair over the top of the wing, and that's, I've never really been overly keen on that, so I tend to put them underneath. So I'll put in a strand and double it back. So now I have two strands. This is pearl I've used, and it's coming to maybe a third of the way or so down my tail. Now I'm going to put on wing. You want to use a black hair here, so here I'm using a black fox mask because the quality of the hair on the fox mask is very good. It's nice and straight, lots of yard hair in it. So I've cut out a little bunch. Now I'm going to just even up the cut ends of it, and then take my dubbing needle, tiny little dab just into the end of it. You don't want too much in because otherwise it'll run up. So then I set that on, and while it's wet, bind it down. Now it's sitting nicely on top. So, 2 hackles now. We're going to use a yellow hackle and also an orange hackle. So, on this one you can use a plain orange, and you can also use plain yellow if you feel like it. But I like using badger hackles to get a nice black center to it. Now again here, this is up to yourself which one goes first. Some people wrap both at the same time so it mixes them together. Some people put the yellow hackle on first and then the orange at the front, and some people orange and then yellow. So that's up to yourself. This one I'm going to go orange first. So I doubled my hackle, tied it in by the tip, and now I'm going to wrap that forward. Again, by the number of turns you can vary the makeup of your hackles. More orange, more yellow, whichever you want. So once I have that tied in, I'll just use my thumb and forefinger to sort of sweep that back a bit. And then I'm going to double over my yellow hackle. So tip between the thumb and forefinger, stalk between the next 2 fingers, and then fold the hackle. And then as I stroke the other hand, all the fibres should go to this side. Now this hackle loses its definition of the bar here, so I'm just going to strip that off. And then I will nip off the tip, separate out a few fibres, and tie that in by its tip. Fold it back and tie it on. So now we wrap on the yellow hackle. And I'll fold that back. Break that off if you want, or trim it off tight with your scissors. That essentially is the fly tied. I just need to finish the head on it. So I'm just going to take my super glue and put a run onto my thread. And as I wrap the head, a little blob of woodflesh into that and nick it off. And now I just take my dubbing needle and I'll use the super glue like a varnish. Varnish the head of that. And then later when that dries, it'll get a coat of clear varnish. But there you have Holographic Gold, green bud, Cascade.